Mr. Merchant. How you going? Let's go check out this house. Hey guys, Aiden. How you going?
How's it going?
Good, thank you. Alright, Adam. First thing you got to look at is pretty much good, thank you. How are you? Good. Just structural damages, alright? Yeah. Just don't nitpick too much. Alright? Everything works. It's good. Carpet's clean. Alright, everything's good. Adam, contract. What I always like doing is looking at the title search. Alright, because what it does, it kind of tells you the demographics of the property, of the person. Alright, so you know immediately. Firstly, look, it's a deceased estate. So obviously, look, yeah, what a coincidence. So the kids are probably selling it, or maybe they're selling it to downsize or upsize. So they definitely want to get rid of it. All right. It's good to also look at when they purchased, which sometimes writes it here, doesn't really write it, because obviously it's deceased estate, it's been passed on. You can find that online, which is usually good to have a look at. Let's go and have another look around. All right, looks good. Everything's structure's fine. Not really a big issue. You can patch that up. Right. Structure's fine. That's all you want to look at. Don't worry about the colours. Don't worry about how the house looks. Another thing that I really would recommend is the problem with this. There's no silicone. All right. Now what happens then is when water goes behind the vanity, all right, it can build mold. Mold is probably one of the worst things that you can possibly have in an investment property, because it's very hard to get rid of, and it just sticks. And silicone, there's no silicone around the corners, and I reckon it's really important. Not really a big. It's hard to kind of know if there is mold. Sometimes you can smell it, or sometimes you can see it. But that's one thing to kind of know. If there's anything that you need to look at, I reckon it's that. Otherwise, structure looks good. It's good. Yep, looks good. I've got like a little granny fat kind of thing. Yeah. Which is great. Okay, it's stumped. Sorry, what's in there? It's just a little basement. Okay. That's slab. Adam. So, this house, alright, similar house sold for $750, just around the corner. I reckon you're looking around that mark for this particular property. It just depends on how many active bidders and who really wants it more. It could potentially go even a little bit higher, but I reckon anything for less than $750 is ideal, if we can. But market is strong right now. Yeah. First thing to note is let's have a chat to the agent. Can I just ask, what's the potential rental return?
550 to 570 a week.
550 to 570?
A week, yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
That's right.
And what was the reason for sale?
Just their parents' home going to nursing home.
Okay. And was it an occupied property?
Yeah.
How long did they have it for?
It's the first time on the market, so probably about 50 plus years. Yeah.
Great, thank you. So 570?
Yeah.
Alright, so if it does sell for 750, it's just below 4%. Oh, sorry. It's just below 4% rental yield. I reckon anything above 4% is fantastic, especially in the Melbourne market. There is room for growth, because usually when you see the market being on the topper end, rental returns usually in Melbourne, the rental yield, is about 3.5%. So I reckon there's room to move, even if it sells for 750. But let's see what happens.
Right here, let's call it 750. Second call at 750. Third and final call at $750,000. The bids here, all done, all finished, all silent at $750. Once I knock it down, I cannot accept any late bids. Want to make that very clear. Bids here, we sell. Give your buyer a moment to think about it, Mario. At $750,000. I'm going to call it 3 times. First call. Second call. Third and final call. Done, finished, silent, we sell. Looks like a pretty good bid, sir. We sell, selling, 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 sold. Congratulations. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly on the
Have a great
mark, huh?
weekend. Good bidding.